welcome back to Finally Revealed. In this episode, I want to talk about the difference between judging and discerning. You can look up the definitions online or in a dictionary, but in practical application, they're somewhat the same, but one of them has a positive aspect or connotation or atmosphere around it, and the other one is more negative. We want to be discerning, which is to look at people and facts and circumstances and evaluate them. We evaluate them for credibility, if it's a person telling us something, if it's a news source telling us something, if it's someone just giving you gossip or relaying a message. Discerning involves using your senses and your feelings. Is this resonating with me? Is what they're telling me, does it match up in a way that I believe it's more likely than not true? Or is there something about the situation or the person giving me the information or the circumstance that makes me question it? And by using our powers of discernment, we can navigate our lives and make decisions. When you're making a big decision, you don't always want to rely on somebody else's report of what's going on unless you know them. Maybe they're a professional that you know. They tell you the basis for the information and they're presenting it to you in that way so that you can trace back what it is that they're telling you. Other situations, you might be getting information third or fourth hand or from somebody you don't even know, and it might or might not be important. The more important it is to you, the more you need to exercise discernment to evaluate the source of the information and the information itself and determine whether you need another source or you need to, if you can, find out for yourself. The other term is judgment. Sometimes discernment and judgment can be the same thing because you're evaluating in both situations. But to me, judgment is assigning some type of, hierarchy to it, or think about it in the terms of judging a person for their behavior. You're adding on not just what happened and determining what happened, but you're adding on some type of blame or responsibility. And to counteract that, whereas discernment, when you're not sure, you counteract that and get clearer by doing your own work. We're taught in school, kids, look at your own paper, don't look at your neighbor's paper and copy, do your own work. And with the internet and things so readily available, you still have to exercise discernment and consider the source. But you don't have to watch TV and hear someone tell you about a speech someone made, or tell you about a game that's played and who did what. You can actually go watch the speech. You can actually go watch the game. You can go watch the concert if they're talking about someone's performance or a play or a movie. You can go and see it for yourself, or a book review. You can go read it for yourself. So while you might be evaluating, you can actually go further. For judgment and judging a person, an organization, or some other situation and assessing blame or assigning it with other attributes, the way to back off of that and not do that, which in a relationship or friendship or family can cause harm or add a dimension or emotion to the situation that can make it get bigger in not a great way, or put too much importance on something. For example, we talk about the person isn't bad, what they did was bad, and how to know the difference. So to back off and get away from judging, the way to do that on a personal level is become neutral. They say love and hate are on the same stick. They're the same. The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite is indifference. So if you can step back into your neutral mind, everybody has a positive, a negative, and a neutral mind. If you can step back into what we call your neutral mind, become the observer. Observe it. You might do meditation, and in meditation, when thoughts are going through your head, you don't follow them around, because the point is to calm yourself and get into a neutral space. So as thoughts dash through your head, or you might do this when you're going to sleep and your brain keeps going and going and you can't get to sleep. The way to calm that down, again, is kind of separate a little bit and observe those. Don't get caught up in it. The same way with judging. You want to observe what's happened, listen, watch, and just step back a little bit. Get some distance, get into your neutral mind, and you can, with practice, stop judging. It will improve your relationships, it'll improve situations, it'll help you be more objective in evaluating things, and then again with your discernment. When judgment and discernment get all mixed up, it makes things more emotional and it makes things harder to examine, and then can throw in a whole bunch of other aspects that might not be helpful. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, give me a thumbs up. Leave any comments or questions below. Share this, subscribe to the channel, and come back and see me next time. Thanks for watching.